I, in fact, hate the color of this shirt. I just bought it because it's so soft and cozy. But now, I don't know if it's just on camera, but it is washing me out horribly. I need to stop buying light colors for myself because I'm too pale for that. Also, this is going to be a test in how quickly I can film a video because my parents are probably on their way, probably in like 15 minutes to come and pick me up to run some errands and go out to lunch. So we got to speed through this. I got like 15 minutes, so we'll see how fast I can go. January TBR. Let's dive in all of my priority reads that I plan on trying to prioritize this month. Got some read-alongs, some book clubs, and just other books that I feel like reading. This is the year of reading what I want to read when I want to read it, but I started doing priority TBRs last year. I really like them. You guys seem to like them, so we're gonna keep doing them. So first up, the first 3 books in the Off Balance series, which are Balance, Execution, and Release. So myself, Caitlin, and Cheyenne are all doing a Off Balance read-along in January and February. We all love this series. This will be my 3rd reread of this series. I'm so excited to dive back in with Rhea and Kova. So if you haven't already read it and you've been like thinking about wanting to read it, join us in reading them. We're gonna do 1 book a week starting January 9th. All the details are over on all of our Instagrams. I always leave my Instagram down below. So Balance is a very taboo, forbidden romance between a gymnast and her coach. So it follows Rhea. She really has dreams of going to the Olympics, and she ends up going to this new gym to start training with Kova, who obviously is a former Olympic athlete. Very, very high level of coach, can get her where she needs to be. And when she shows up there, they immediately dislike each other, but they end up falling in love. It's messy, there's cheating, toxicity, but truly these two are my all-time favorite fictional couple, and I'm so excited to do a 3rd reread of this series. So for January, we're reading the first 3 books. So very excited for that. Oh my god, my hair is driving me crazy. You know, I was actually supposed to get my hair cut and colored like right before Christmas, but then we had a an ice storm, snowstorm, whatever. So then I had to reschedule. So I still don't get a cut for like another 2 weeks. I have not got my hair cut for over a year. My bangs are driving me crazy. Sometimes I just don't want it on my face. So we're pulling some of it back. Okay, next up for Smut Club that I co-host with Cheyenne, we will be reading The Frat Boy by Nikki Sloan. Very, very excited for this. So this is the 4th book in the Nashville Neighbors series. So I've read and loved all 3 of the first ones. And this one, you don't have to read any of them in order. So you can jump straight into this one even if you haven't read the other. They're all like companion books. I don't really remember who the character is that this one follows. However, what I do know is that I think, so the hero is in a frat and I think the heroine maybe gets him kicked out and then they start making like adult films together. I don't know, but I'm ready and it's gonna be the perfect first pick for Smut Club. We need a 5-star read. We have not had a single 5-star read in Smut Club yet, so hoping that that ends up being a great one. And then for Out of Bounds Book Club that I co-host with Nikki, we picked Bliss by A.R. Breck. So I have been obsessed with A.R. Breck ever since I read Where the Mountains Meet the Sea, and I'm very excited to read more of their backlist. So this is the one that we picked for Out of Bounds. So this one, the blurb is kind of like vague, but I think our heroine moves in with this family and she maybe has like a love for both of the brothers there. Maybe it's like a love triangle. I don't really know. We put like the synopsis on Instagram and we have like all the information about live show dates and everything on there as well. I don't really know, but I'm excited to read something else by A.R. Breck. I've been wanting to read more of her backlist since I read Where the Mountains Meet the Sea, so very excited to dive into this. Now the rest of them are just books that I feel like reading and want to prioritize. So let's see here. First up is Sinner by Sierra Simone, which I've actually started this. I started the ebook, but I just pulled off my paperback copy for this. So this one is the 2nd book in the Priest series by Sierra Simone. So this one follows Sean Bell, who is the brother from the hero of the first book. And he's like this billionaire, or not billionaire, maybe like millionaire kind of playboy guy, really cares about work. And he has really like turned his back on God. And I don't know if it's going to be like about his journey back to God or like just religion is a heavy theme in these books. But whatever, he is kind of like over everything that he was ever raised to believe as a Catholic because his mom has cancer. Things have happened in their life that you learn about in the first book and you do learn about in this one as well. And he's just kind of over it. But he ends up making a business deal and in turn accidentally is like kicking out this group of nuns from this building. So it's getting like a lot of bad PR. So his boss sends him to go and talk with like one of the nuns to kind of like manage this story. And when he gets there, he realizes that the nun that he's going to be dealing with is his best friend's little sister. And they had met at a party at the beginning of the book and had this like little attraction to each other, but nothing happened. And now they're going to be forced to like interact with each other. So far, I'm really liking it. I am, maybe like 5 or 6 chapters in so far. I'm liking it. we'll see how it goes. Next, I want to read another one that I've already started. I'm not that far in this one, but that is Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home, the third book in the Magnolia Parks universe series. So I loved Magnolia Parks. Like, one of my favorite books that I read last year, like, made my honorable mentions list. I did not like Daisy Hates. I didn't like it. I didn't really like those characters that much, except for Julian. And this one, now we're back with Magnolia and BJ, which I'm just so excited. There is something that is like electric about these two characters. So you can't jump straight into this book. You do have to read Magnolia Parks first. I don't know if you can skip Daisy Hates. I know some people have. I know some people are like, you can't. I don't know. I'm not far enough to know like if anything is like super relevant from that first, or from Daisy Hates into this one. I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm just really happy to be back with Magnolia and BJ, and I'm ready for all these toxic times ahead in this book. So yeah, like I said, already started that one. I started out the year with some thicker books like this one because this is my year of not caring how long a book is and reading it if I feel like reading it and not being like, oh, that's gonna take me too long to finish for my reading challenge. Nope, just pick up the thick books. Next up is a continuation in a series that I started last year, and I want to read Bloody Heart by Sophie Lark. So this is the fourth book in the Brutal Birthright series, and I read the first three for a reading vlog last year. Loved them, and I really want to keep going with the series, and mostly because I really want to get to the Kingmaker series. I'm like so excited to get to that series, but I want to finish Brutal Birthright first. Here's the thing with this one though. So this one follows Dante, who is the brother of one of the heroines that we saw in the first three books, and it's mafia obviously, and it's a second chance romance, but someone, I think they didn't know that I hate this trope more than any other trope in the entire world, and told me about it, so that's why I'm kind of like, I've been kind of putting it off. And that's Secret Baby, and I guess this one is Secret Baby, and I hate Secret Baby. I like accidental pregnancy, I like surprise pregnancy, that's fun. I hate Secret Baby more than anything, and so yeah. That kind of, I like literally was about to pick that up, and then someone said that, and I was like, you know, I'm putting that back down. But I want to pick it up because I want to get to Brutal Birthright, or I want to get to Kingmakers. So hopefully read Bloody Heart soon. I can't judge it too much because I really, really love the first three books. So I'm hoping that Sophie Lark's writing will pull it through for me over my hate for Secret Baby. Next, I want to read Managed by Kristen Callahan. So this one, I know some of my friends really love this one, and it's like the second book in the series, which normally I never skip, but I'm going to anyways because this one sounds really good. So I'm pretty sure this one is about like a manager in the music world, and he meets someone accidentally, like on a plane or something, and they end up getting together, but it's like rock starry. I don't know. I love rock star romance, and I want to read more of that this year. So I'm putting this one on my priority, and also I've never read anything by Kristen Callahan before, so I want to give it a go. Next up, American Prince by Sierra Simone, the second book in the New Camelot trilogy. So I read American Queen, I don't even know if I read it last year or 2 years ago. It's been a while since I've read American Queen. And the thing about that one is that the heroine kind of annoyed me, but I want to give the second book a second chance, and I found that my Hoopla has the audio for it. So I downloaded it before the end of the year because I only get 6 borrows a month. So I always make sure to use up my 6, oh, sorry, don't mind my dryer in the background. So I try to use up my 6 borrows every single month, even if I don't listen to them all. So I made sure to download American Prince the other night, and I'm hoping to listen to that in January. Next up is Phantom by Greer Rivers. So this one has been on my radar for quite some time here because it is a Phantom of the Opera inspired or like retelling kind of book, and I love Phantom of the Opera. I have a Phantom of the Opera tattoo. Like I'm obsessed with Phantom of the Opera, and I want to give this one a go. I know it's dark and it's set obviously in like New Orleans and stuff. I just really want to put that out there and read it because I added it to my TBR so long ago, and then I just kind of forgot about it. So when I was scrolling through, I was like, you need to pull that one out and remember to read that one. So that's what I'm doing right here. McKay, Phantom, read it. Next up, one that I found when I was scrolling through, again, my Goodreads TBR, and Karina Halley is going to be one of the authors at Book Bonanza next year, so that's also another thing that I want to do in the months leading up to Book Bonanza is read some new authors that are going to be there. So My Life in Shambles, I picked this one out because I have some other like darker romances on here, and I wanted one that sounds like it's maybe a little bit lighter or like a little more contemporary. So I think the heroine in this one, something happens and she ends up moving to like Scotland or something, and she moves there and she ends up fake dating a rugby player or something because like he needs good PR or something. I don't really know how it all plays out, but the synopsis sounded really, really good, and I had forgotten that it was once again buried in my Goodreads TBR for so long. And lastly, Hidden Scars by Andy Jackson. I think someone had put this in the comments of the Out of Bounds live show, like for our December pick. And when I looked it up, I recognized this cover because Caitlin and I were texting one day about the covers of the Kingmaker series, because I think the Savage, like the male cover of the Savage, I'm like, that is a hot cover. Like, that cover's hot. And she was like, oh, let me show you this guy's Instagram. So she was sending me pictures of his Instagram, which like hot. And then she sent me this one with this cover, like this picture, not the cover, but like this picture that's on the cover of these two, because the one is on the cover of the Savage and the other one is on the cover of the Bully, and it's like them two together on this. And I was like, that is a hot picture. So like as soon as I saw this cover, I was like, I recognize that picture. And I looked into it, and it's a hockey romance, and I think like enemies to lovers, because of course, why not? I want to give this one a go as well, and I've never read anything by Andy Jackson before. So again, this is kind of a new, like, I want to read more books by other new authors. I love getting into authors' backlists and really like deep diving into them, but I know like I need to like be venturing out a little bit more and trying more new authors. Well, I don't need to, but like I want to. So that's why I want to try reading that book. So that's my TBR, and then I will tell you the other two books that I'm currently reading right now. So I'm currently reading Sinner, and I didn't put The Fall of Troy by, what's her name? Rebecca something on my TBR because I'm already listening to it. My Hoopla had the audiobook of this, and Nikki from Nikki and Bookland was like, girl, you gotta read this. And I trust Nikki's recommendations with everything that I have in me. And this is a professor-student romance, which, you know, garbage people are here, of course. Why wouldn't they be? Especially as we're rushing and we have no time to take a break, but I'll talk really quickly. The Fall of Troy is a professor-student romance. I'm listening to it on audio. It is really good. However, the male narrator, Jesus, is French, so like the accent is really thick, so it's hard. Like I have to like be paying close attention when it's his chapters, but I'm really enjoying it. And the other book that I'm reading right now is Take Me With You by Nina G. Jones. This was one that I don't think this video is out yet. It won't be out yet when I'm putting up this TBR, but it is 23 books I want to read in 2023, and this is one of those on there, so I'm knocking it out of the way right now. It's a very dark stalker captive romance. I was reading it last night. I got a little creeped out. I have to admit, I did have to stop reading it and jump back into Sinner because I was getting scared, because it's creepy. It's really creepy. This dude breaks into people's houses and like does stuff to them, and then I guess he's gonna like fall in love with this one girl. I don't know. It's messed up. But that's what I'm also currently reading. So not included on my TBR because I'm already reading them, but yeah. Although I guess I'm also reading Magnolia Park and Sinner. Y'all, you get what I was saying. So anyways, that is it for today's video. Sorry it was so rushed. Bad kind of start for the new year, if I'm being honest. It's Jesus Christ. Yeah, but anyways, Friday's video will be better, I promise, because it's gonna be more low-key. I'm gonna have more time to film it. I kind of forgot because like work and holidays and the vacation has kind of thrown me off, and then all of a sudden I woke up this morning and I'm like, it's Monday, you need to film a video. So that's what I'm doing here really, really quick. So anyways, that is it for today's video, and I will see you when I see ya.